Another one. Another one. Welcome to your Runner Does Music. For today, we're looking at another EP from Grandson. This time it's a Modern Tragedy Volume 2. We already know who he is by now if you're following his reviews from, Volume 1 to Volume 2 and so on and so forth. Grandson is a rapper known for thought-provoking bars that hinge on controversial, making up for any inherent negativity with lyrical power that enhances the overall package in spades. He's consistent, always firing on all cylinders, and firing nothing but hits, so let's just get straight into the EP here. Things kick off with Apologize, a track that hits the usual elements of reclaiming yourself and fighting to put your identity out in front of you, but with a more purely positive theme instead of the confrontational, angry nature that you got with the first EP overall. I'm a big fan of fight music, so angrier tracks from Grandson are what I gravitate towards a lot more, but this is just as good in different ways. Refusing to apologize for your beliefs and what you stand for is a feeling we can all relate to, and Grandson's music is all about unity at the end of the day, isn't it? While not exactly hitting that riotous feel quite yet, the tempo and aggression does pick back up in Stigmata, a song that uses Christian imagery to portray a martyr-like image. I love the comparison brought in here, and the allusions to government control and censorship that flow seamlessly with the lyrical imagery of crucifixion, and of course stigmatas, things used to symbolize that a person should be vilified for their belief, that this person is anti-you. It's just, I trailed off there, and apparently I did in my script too, but I think overall what I'm trying to say here is there's a lot of imagery used in the lyrics and vocal delivery here to sort of make you instantly think. Not just listen to the music and pass by it, but think about it as it's coming in. Something that Grandson does super well. Stigmatas are used to make the general public think, hey, fuck this guy, right? Fuck that guy. When in reality, people with stigmatas, more often than not, are trying to spread a message of unity and self-belief. It's very on the nose, but when it's done well, it's done well. And enhanced majorly by the punchy beats and electronic pieces of the track that hold it together. Switching from fighting back and fighting for yourself, Is This What You Wanted is the third track off the EP, and it's almost as if it's a song where Grandson fights himself. The song talks about the state of his environment, how it's a party all around him, but he's still stuck in this self-made and self-maintained bubble of self-awareness, seeing past the glitz and glamour, despite the pill popping and partying happening again all around him. A set of lines towards the end stand out the most to me, those being, "You wanna watch me give up, you wanna see me sedated." Excuse me, I stuttered a little bit there. It seems to me like Grandson is confronting the world around him, saying, you want me to be this big, happy, party guy, but the world is on fucking fire. Don't you see it? I'm trying to talk about the fire. You're focused on the light show. Shit's on fire! For what's seemingly a new topic focus, or at least the most focused he's been on a subject like it, Fallen Temptation is a strong case for Dark Horse songs on the EP. Or Dark Horse song on the EP, excuse me. Again, I can't talk at all. It's a track that physically sounds like it's the highs and lows, fast times and slow times of fame and drugs. He's hiding his feelings and despair with drugs and other drug-like substances, such as attention on social media, essentially constantly chasing a vibe and ignoring his problems. Outside of personal relatability, I mean it when I say a song like this makes a case for best on the EP, with wildly different choruses being used to convey a message, as well as a feeling with ease, instead of being overly complicated and thought out. He's just falling. He can only say a few words. He's falling and he knows he can stop it, but he doesn't. Finally, we get Dark Side at the end of the album, the most popular song on the entire EP, but it somewhat feels like the weakest to me in terms of strength and identity. It still has its own strength by using the background of school shootings as base to stand out, and speaking on that subject well, but there's not as much energy seemingly in the track as the rest. I mean, I'm not saying you gotta be energetic and woo, let's go about that heavy of a subject, but I'm trying to be critical of the music itself here. There's no winning with this part. The message is still strong enough to be heard though, and it needs to be heard, but it doesn't do much to evolve off the topic when it's already been discussed in terms of how other songs done by him on other subjects stand out as very, not just popular, but very strong and poignant. This one feels more so like saying things that have already been said, which again, criticism isn't the main focus when talking about a song that talks about a topic like this. I'm just critiquing for the sake of the review structure. I think Grandson is an artist that is best taken in discography order, whereas some bands and artists can be tackled in any order, because there's a subtle evolution to be found from project to project, and it's more than just polish found with success in getting your name further out there. having previously reviewed Death of an Optimist as the first album actually by him. Because at first, like I said, I was only supposed to do a couple albums, but I forgot to do them, so I did the entire discography. The first one I actually reviewed was Death of an Optimist. But going back to A Modern Tragedy and now A Modern Tragedy Volume 2 here in this video, I can tell that there is only upwards of momentum, and it's better to just follow him in order of release. For these reasons, the EP A Modern Tragedy Volume 2 by Grandson gets a 3.6 out of 5 EP score for an overall score of 7.2 out of 10. And that's the review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like I said in the last video, or if you're new here, I'm reviewing every main release by Grandson. All 3 Modern Tragedies, Death of an Optimist, that's 4, not 1, you buffoon, and I Love You, I'm Trying. So, if you have the time, I'd really appreciate it if you checked out all the reviews, but regardless, hope you're having a good day, hope you're staying hydrated, I'll see you next time.